24/7. He serves on the Veterans Banner Committee and is a member of both the American Legion and the VFW. Brady, thank you.
Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Brady.
May be seated. Dr. Tamiji, we thank you for your prayer this morning. I would be remiss not to tell everyone that there's a new addition in Washington County, and you and your wife welcomed a baby boy about a week ago. So congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much.
So you're super tired this week.
Yes, very much. 100%.
Reverend Tom Moore, we had our prayer. If there's anything you'd like to add to that, we would be happy. All the God you can bestow on us is welcome today, sir.
It's all right. There was traffic on the way.
Okay. We would like to welcome Reverend Tom Moore of the Center Presbyterian Church. Amazing church over in Peters Township. Thank you for what you do. I know that more than a church, you guys have so much in AA classes, NA classes, local nonprofits. You guys are an absolute gift to Washington County. So thank you for what you do over there. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve minutes number 1199 dated January 9, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice? Yes. Mr. Sherman?
Yes. For our first special order of business today, we have a human trafficking awareness certificate. This will be accepted by Joanna Dragon. So Commissioner Janice, please.
Thank you. Whereas the United States was founded upon the principle that all people are created with the unalienable right of freedom and added the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, making slavery illegal. And whereas human trafficking is modern-day slavery, claiming nearly 40 million victims worldwide and found in the United States, most often in the form of sexual exploitation, forced labor, involuntary servitude, and debt bondage. And whereas human trafficking is a public health issue and crime that exploits the most vulnerable among us and weakens the health and well-being of individuals, families, and communities. And whereas even though awareness of this crime is growing, human trafficking continues to go unreported due to its isolating nature, the misunderstanding of the definition, and the lack of awareness about its indicators. And whereas increased community education on how to identify victims of human trafficking, along with increased knowledge of local resources and services for those affected by these criminal actions, can help restore freedom and dignity to identify survivors, as well as help diminish the number of future victims. And whereas every business, community, and faith organization, family, and individual can make a difference by choosing products that are not made by forced labor, by working to protect young people from sexual exploitation, by addressing the problem of intense sex trafficking and pornography, and becoming more aware of the problem and possible solutions. And whereas the County of Washington joins the Washington County Stop Team and the Human Trafficking Task Force in their dedication of providing community outreach and education, legislative advocacy, training, promotion of services to survivors, and collaboration with law enforcement. Now, therefore, may it be resolved that we, the Washington County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim January 2025 as Human Trafficking Awareness Month in Washington County, and we encourage all of our citizens to become more informed on this growing problem, to be vigilant and report suspicious activity, and to work towards solutions to end trafficking in all of its forms. If you feel trafficking could be occurring in your area, act and call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 888-373-7888. Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt this resolution on the 23rd day of January in 2025 for Washington, Pennsylvania.
Second.
So roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes. I said accepting this is Joanna Dragon. Joanna, please.
Good morning, everyone. I am Joanna Dragon. I work for the Care Center STARS program, which is the Sexual Assault Services Center that serves Washington and Greene counties. And I'm here today on behalf of the Washington County Stop Team, which is a collaborative that brings together different groups that work on sexual and domestic violence human trafficking and stalking in our communities. I'm standing in place of Leslie Mylan today from the District Attorney's Office, who is tending to her other duties, but she is the chair of our Human Trafficking Task Force for Washington County. And I just wanted to say how lucky we are, because trafficking affects millions of people across the globe every year. And while we may think that we are isolated here in Washington County, that's really not the case, because it can and does happen here. And we have assembled a fantastic team of both prosecution, law enforcement, victim service providers, and other community partners that make sure that if we encounter victims in our area, that we can link them with the resources that they need, whether it be housing, food, transportation, and other things, so that we can continue them and support them, whether they would like to seek justice through the criminal justice system or just receive counseling and services to recover from the traumatization that they have experienced. So I'd like to thank our partners that are here today and our partners that show up throughout the year to make sure communication is happening in regards to the victims in our area. And Commissioner Janice had read off the human trafficking hotline. And for those of you today, I'd like to just remind you, out in the hall, there are flyers with the human trafficking hotline on them out on the table. Please pick one up if you have somewhere in your community where you can post these. You never know who it might impact if they are seeking assistance. And we also have these cards that give indicators of trafficking. So we like to remind people, if you see something, to say something. If you'd like more information, we have developed a website. So if you just Google the Washington County Human Trafficking Task Force, you will be taken to the website with a variety of resources here in our local communities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any agenda comments? No agenda comments. Moving on to old business. Solicitor Sweat.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Old business item A, award purchasing on behalf of Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners award the application for emergency child care center operator to the Child Care Group. The agreement will be effective date of implementation through scope of work completion unless otherwise terminated pursuant to the terms of the agreement or a 30 days written notice. This project will be implemented as a proactive response to the county's child care feasibility study.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Item B, addendum, purchasing on behalf of the Aging Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve a cost increase with Cool Clean, Murraysville, Pennsylvania, to submit county inspection paperwork to the fire marshal for kitchen hood cleaning at a total rate of $450 per exhaust cleaning and a compliance engine submission fee of $18.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
That concludes old business, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Sweat. On to new business. Chief Clerk.
Good morning. If the board approves, I am requesting to revise my script to add letter O under new business.
This time I'll entertain a motion to amend the new business.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Thank you. Chief Clerk, respectfully request the Commissioners approve the following board reappointments: to the County Authority Board, Ernie Benchak and Peter Cameron; to the BHDS Advisory Board, Emily Stavovi-Plisa and Deborah Mahoney; to the CYS Advisory Board, Brandy Miller; to the Farmland Preservation Board, Jeremy Matinko, Wayne Hunnell, Richard Shriver, and Bill Imes as the chairman; to the LEPC, Ronald Chicatano, Kathleen Fisher, Jeremy Rice, Max Orovets, Dale Starr, Dan Harvey, and Joe Jasek; to the Planning Commission, William Miner, and the appointment of Clyde Wilhelm to the County Housing Authority Board.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Chief Clerk, respectfully request the Commissioners Authorize the solicitor to prepare and advertise an ordinance that will permit the Tax Claim Bureau to charge a processing fee of $250 per transaction for properties purchased at a tax sale or mortgage foreclosure sale.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Planning respectfully requests the Commissioners approve an agreement with the Pennsylvania Trolley Museum, Inc. in the amount of $4,000 to provide group tours of the Washington County Courthouse. This agreement will be effective January 1st, 2025 through December 31st of 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Planning respectfully requests the Commissioners' approval to certify the funds collected in 2024 from Clean and Green rollback taxes and reserved in a restricted account for farmland preservation easement purchases in the amount of $30,178.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Finance, on behalf of Probation Services, respectfully request the Commissioners approve a personal service agreement with Scott Berry for the provision of alcohol highway safety school instruction. The agreement is in the amount of $500 per 12.5-hour class completion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Human Resources respectfully request the Commissioners approve the MOU as negotiated between the County of Washington and SEIU Local 668 regarding Department of Public Safety TCOs. The parties agreed to apply a provision in which the probationary period be waived for a full-time TCO who completed a probationary period as a part-time TCO immediately prior to being promoted to a full-time TCO position.
So moved.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
As much as we need a flow chart for that one, yes.
Children and Youth Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve a provider agreement with Adelphoi Village to provide aggression replacement training for youth ages 12 through 17 for the period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th of 2025. The contract authorization amount is $50,000 and no additional county funds are required.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Human Services respectfully request the Commissioners approve funding for a one-time opioid settlement to Gateway Rehabilitation Center for the purpose of purchasing urgently needed kitchen equipment for Lighthouse for Men's Residents in the OUD treatment program. The requested amount is $3,510 and no county funds are required.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, on behalf of Human Services, respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for application acceptance for opioid settlement fund dispersions Phase 2.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, on behalf of Housing and Homelessness Services, respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for proposals for rapid rehousing programs.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, on behalf of Housing and Homelessness Services, respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for proposals for permanent supportive housing programs.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, on behalf of the Planning Commission, respectfully request the Commissioners authorize the advertising for bids for Hall 1 restrooms at the fairgrounds.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, on behalf of Information Technology, respectfully request the Commissioners approve an agreement with Comcast Business for Internet Security and Connection Services at the Public Safety Airport location. Costs will include a one-time installation charge of $99.95 and monthly charges of $219.99 for year one, $249.99 for year two, and $299.99 for year three. The agreement will continue for 3 years unless canceled by providing a 30 days written notice and will be paid from Public Safety's operating budget.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, respectfully request the Commissioners approve an agreement with Eisminger's Auto Service for towing services at the recommended rates. All work is to be done based on time and materials on an as-needed basis. The agreement will be effective date of agreement and will continue until terminated with a 30 days written notice.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes.
Purchasing, respectfully request the Commissioners approve an addendum to the existing Real Estate Expo marketing agreement with Drive Marketing. This addendum will extend the term of the agreement through March 31st, 2025, and provide a payment process for third-party services and advertisements in conducting the Real Estate Expo, in addition to setting a not-to-exceed budget. The term of the addendum shall be in effect through March 31st, 2025, unless otherwise terminated pursuant to the terms and condition of the current agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Maggi?
Yes.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes. Thank you, Chief Clerk. Is there any public comment? No public comment? Moving on to the solicitor report.
Mr. Chairman, there are no tax refunds for the board to consider.
Thank you, Mr. Solicitor. Announcements, Chief Clerk.
An executive session was held at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, January 21st, 2025, following the agenda meeting to discuss personnel. The regularly scheduled salary board will immediately follow this meeting, and the sinking fund will be after the salary board. The next regularly scheduled Board of Commissioners meeting will be held at 10 a.m. on Thursday, February 6th, 2025, in this room.
Therefore, there be no more business to be brought before this board. We stand adjourned. Thank you.